Hey everyone, I'm Lee Jomo. Welcome back to Minecraft. Now, things are a little different now. Um, this is, I guess, firstly, this server is not on Bedrock Edition and it's on Java Edition. Secondly, this is a lot different than the last time I posted it. The world has kind of changed very rapidly, and it's also been a year. Kind of hard to believe that it has been a year. I mean, God damn it. I mean, yeah, it's been about a year since anyone's touched this world, since I've uploaded a YouTube video about it. I mean, so much stuff has happened in that time frame. I mean, I outside of the world, I'm very different now. I mean, well, there's a pretty obvious thing, but there's a lot of uh, tinier, supplemental, smaller things that have happened too that I feel I'd be remiss to not even address. But that stuff's more so like mental health stuff, and I don't know how personable I plan on being, or personable, that's not really the word. I don't know how open I plan on being for this exactly. I mean, I honestly, the reason why I'm making this video is just that I don't know, I thought it might be fun, and I'm sick, and from what I remember, most of the original series, the 8 or so episodes that I made, I was sick through, I think, all of them. I think I was sick in every single episode. I may, I may be wrong, but I mean, yeah, no, all that footage was taken from like a week or two of playing Minecraft, and I was definitely sick for most of, if not all, the recording time I uploaded. But uh, that doesn't really matter. The reason I'm here now is because I wanted to, I guess. Put it plainly, I kind of was having a hankering for Minecraft. I mean, I love this game. I love coming back and mining. I yearn for the mines. I don't know. I This game gives me a peace of mind that I don't think I've gotten with any other game. Even when I'm not working on huge projects like, you know, crazy farms or giant builds, I just always find a strange peace, specifically in the mining aspect. I mean, I know this isn't really crazy. I mean, when I have to compete with people like Grian, uh, B Dubs, B Double O, those people, they absolutely just top anything I could ever hope to do. I mean, this was a solid chunk of time. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, I, I don't know. I guess it's not really something to scoff at. I mean, yeah, Hermitcraft members, eat your hearts out. That's actually one of the reasons why I've been kind of itching to play Minecraft. I watch a lot of Hermitcraft, and I just got done to I just got done watching Grian's full server tour, which was a great video, by the way. Just absolutely amazing. They didn't cover everything, which is fine, but it was really great to kind of see where everyone is on that server, because it's filled with so many creative people who are just, I guess, like, they are leading the pack when it comes to just creativity, ingenuity in Minecraft. I mean, God, they cover all the bases. Like Etho, Doc, they. crazy contraptions. I think Doc. I believe Doc. I'm not super familiar with their content. I'm much more in the realm of B-dubs and Green. They're great. I love their content. Mumbo Jumbo too. I've really liked his new. What are they on? Season 7, 8? No, they're on season 10. Oh my god. But I've really liked his Mumbo Jumbo's building process in this season in particular. I think that because Mumbo, he's always been a very Redstone centered Minecrafter. Most of his je ne sais quoi, his main focus, his allure was in like 3x3 flush piston doors or clever contraptions, boats and hose and all that. You know, the simple stuff. Not simple. I shouldn't say simple, but it's right. It's real simple, really. It's simple, really. But it's really cool to see him sort of taking this really, really interesting way of building in Minecraft. Because, I mean, as an artist, I do have to address the fact that Minecraft is quite literally an art. I mean, like, you know, it sounds pretentious. Why does it sound pretentious? It's true. Minecraft is quite literally an art. It's an art in the same way that anyone can pick up a pencil and draw whatever they want. Yeah, no, Minecraft is an art. And I think Mumbo's take on building, how he's sort of the very isometric drawings that he's been doing for concept art, which I is insane to me. I have been playing Minecraft for like a decade. I have been playing it for a very long time, and I have never once used concept art. Well, that's not true actually. One time I used concept art, but I didn't really get the full effort out of that. It was kind of like it was a half measure. I don't count it, but still absolutely insane. Especially from Mumbo Jumbo, and not I don't mean to be rude, but like before that season specifically, it's something I would have never expected, and it showed, I guess, like a development of Mumbo's character, in a genuine way, not like as a caricature, not for lore or anything for you Dream SMP fans. God, did I have a shovel? Why is my ender chest empty? Ah, God. When I ported the world over, I think it cleared my ender chest. That's fine. That's cool. That's okay. A normal, God-given diamond shovel. This is gonna be... Yeah, I have no XP. This'll be enough. This'll be enough. But I think that specifically Mumbo and B-dubs really just have amazing sort of character development in the newest season of Hermitcraft. I think they're very fun to watch. B-dubs taking a very like painterly and cinematic approach to most of his builds, well, which has made it very like entertaining to watch, very inspiring also. Mumbo, a lot of his projects have just also been inspiring because, again, before now, this is something I would have never expected from Mumbo. Like a very fleshed out concept for a build with a story and like some genuinely like really good builds. Not that Mumbo doesn't make very good builds. Mumbo makes fantastic builds. But these builds have just a specific character to them. Like, I guess because they were all sort of designed off of that very like I don't know, the words escaping me, but I guess I've never seen the same cohesion in any of Mumbo's builds that I've seen in specifically this season. Why am I talking about Hermitcraft? Listen, I want to talk about Hermitcraft. Hermitcraft is really cool. They're very inspiring. But I guess I should address what I'm doing. Hi, Lee Jummo, by the way. Um, so why am I here? Why am I making a video? Why am I digging a hole? Why am I all by myself? Why am I talking to a camera instead of talking with people? I don't know. I just decided to do it. Very impromptu decision, you know? I can tell you why I'm digging a hole. Uh, it kind of plays back into what Minecraft is for me. And Minecraft is a game that gives me a resounding peace of mind. I am able to just kind of turn my brain off, and, well, do this for hours on end. And it is fun. It's relatively fun. I would say that it sort of like comforts me in a way, which is weird. Why is my shovel over there? Weird layout. Weird layout for inventory. I gotta sneeze. But Minecraft is always... I blew my nose. Right back to it. Minecraft has always given me a peace of mind. I've always felt very calm. It's a tranquil experience, and it's brought me a lot of joy in times where joy was needed. Oh, okay. I've made friends in Minecraft. I've made art in Minecraft. I've made things I'm very proud of that will never see the light of day because I hastily got rid of them, even though they had a lot of potential and were very cool. Minigame worlds, sort of like adventure map worlds. I used to plot out these little like stories and like challenges that I invite my friends to, and I mean, I would take so much pleasure in just having them sort of play out those experiences. It was genuinely some of the most fun I've ever had in my life. It was exhilarating. I used to make these like puzzle maps where my friends would have to work together, and they'd they'd cuss me out. They'd say that things were impossible or I made it too hard or this and that. But you could tell that at the end of the day they thought it was fun, and you can tell they thought it was fun because and you can tell they thought it was fun because they oh my god and you can tell they thought it was fun because they kept coming back. That, or they just were trying not to hurt my feelings and they thought it was passable. I like to think the other one, though. I would really love to make some more. Oh, I would really like to make some more someday. I think that might be fun. That might be a video in the future. I kind of just remake, or I guess create all new. I create all new kinds of experiences for friends to play through. I feel like that could be fun. Some curated fun experiences. I think that would bring me joy, but again, totally derailed. Why am I digging a hole? I guess there really isn't a reason. Oh, this video is nothing. It's worthless. It has no meaning. That's a pretty good segue. When I made those videos, I was extremely depressed. Those older videos. I mean, I've been a very depressed person. Yes, hi, welcome to Minecraft episode 9 or something. I am depressed. Hi, welcome to Minecraft episode 9. It's been a year. I am now transgender and also depressed. God, no, I mean, for a very long time there, I was suffering with some really bad anxiety, which I still have. You know, can't really just get rid of that. But I guess when I was making those Minecraft videos, it got to be very prevalent. I was becoming much more anxious and uh, also depressed because I mean I have been. Well, there were a lot of reasons. I mean, like firstly, feeling very uncomfortable in my own skin. That was a pretty big one. Working on that one. Uh, just kind of feeling like the whole world hates you, which even after just a year, I'm start coming to find is a little ridiculous. um, but no, I was definitely in a bad spot. Uh, those those sick Minecraft videos, and I don't mean sick as in they were good. They were they were not good. Um, but those sick Minecraft videos were things that I guess were a byproduct of just loneliness, I suppose, which is interesting because they were all with friends. And I mean, yeah, it's a pretty common occurrence to feel relatively lonely even when you're surrounded by a bunch of people. I'm not trying to sound like philosophical or anything. That's just a common occurrence. But yeah, you know, I have never been someone who asks for help a lot. I've always been very proud, which is something that I feel has made me very independent in a lot of ways, but also very dependent in many others because I am not well versed in a lot of things. Uh, yeah, period. I'm not well versed in a lot of things because I never asked for help and was never given the sort of assistance I needed to better understand concepts that I feel a lot of people have found much easier than me. Um, I mean, oh God, how personal do we want to make this? um, I mean, for a very long time, I was under the impression that I was aromantic. And for anyone who does not know what aromantic is, it is being a person who lacks romantic attraction to anyone. Not asexual. Um, Asexual is lacking sexual attraction. I definitely had that. But for a very long time, I thought I was aromantic because I did not fully understand romance. I did, and I did not understand, I guess, love as a concept. Um, I did not understand layers of love, and I sort of developed very, very strangely because of it. I, I found it very hard to distinguish between different feelings of love. I loved people, yeah. I love my parents. I love my family, my siblings. And, you know, they're amazing. I love my friends. There were friends that I liked more than others, but, you know, they were my friends. They were my family. That was kind of like the the bar I had. Those were the only things I really understood, and I guess just for some reason, for a very long time, that the sort of understanding of something more than friend and family, like a more intimate relationship, just it I never could understand it. And even now, I feel that I don't fully, which makes and not fully understanding people, love, friends, relationships. It it made it very difficult to keep relationships because I never understood how to treat people fundamentally. I mean, I understand that I had friends, but as I got older, I had friends that sort of, I guess, I had more friends. I had so many people who, in one shape or another, depended on me in some sort of way, whether it was for just sort of to be there when it counted or to be uh, present for specific occasions or just to sort of check in socially every now and again. And it was very difficult to balance all of that because relationships have always been something that I felt like I was looking through plastic, like a thick plastic. Like everything on the other side just looked so hazy, and I couldn't really make it out completely. I could see that there were other people doing it easy as pie. Like they could look through and see their relationships like they were wearing prescription glasses, but mine was a gas mask, and the lenses are foggy. I don't know. So I suppose for a very long time I just sort of treated everyone the same way. Just kept everyone very at arm's length. You know, tried to be friendly, tried to be nice, but as far as any of that goes, it was like I stuck to the status quo. People are great. I love talking with people, but the thing is, I just don't know how to talk with people. Neurodivergent, by the way, if you couldn't tell. The only people that I ever really, treated any differently were very close family members who, through, uh, I guess, just experiences, I grew to respect very much. Not to say that every relationship that I have that I was keeping people at arm's length because I didn't respect them enough. I guess just when it came to family it was easier. Moral of the story is that I relied on people for the wrong things. I got through most of my life by being pretty book smart and just well mannered, and never really discovered myself socially. Was never really taught anything socially, or at least was never taught anything meaningful. Nothing stuck. So, but lacking the education uh, one should have to differentiate between, I guess, feelings of love and admiration or appreciation, or however you want to put it. It it led to a lot of different problems. Came to getting into meaningless arguments with people who didn't appreciate being kept at arm's length. They wanted something more intimate from me. Not specifically in like a romantic way, but I guess just kind of they felt as if I wasn't putting enough into my relationship with them to warrant having the relationship in the first place. And I mean, that's a valid feeling. And I definitely live with the regret of, I guess, not being aware of how my struggles can impact other people, I guess. And it also led to a lot of me sort of misplacing my trust and trusting people who would abuse my naivete and make me look a fool, make me look absolutely silly. I'm doing a pretty good job at doing that myself, though, nowadays. Why am I digging a hole? Why am I talking about all this personal junk? Well, when I made the original Minecraft series, all of that stuff was kind of coming to a head. If I'm being honest, 2023 and the 10 years before that were kind of the worst part of my life. They were just filled with so much uncertainty and confusion. There was so many problems going on in my life, and I could not find a single answer for any of them. I mean, I was horribly depressed. I felt like I had no friends, and all of my friends were teenage boys, and you know how they can be. So I felt just absolutely unsupported. I felt manic at times. I was contemplating many things that I shudder to even think of if I acted on them, because it's just awful, awful things. And funnily enough, that Minecraft series kind of marked the turning point, if you will, because it was around then. It was around then that a pretty big thing happened socially. Not like a giant, not like a death in the family or something that made me reevaluate my life. Honestly, it wasn't that big. It was more just kind of it was a lover's quarrel. No. It was just an argument between me and a couple friends that turned sour, and I ended up not talking to one of them till this very day, and another one for a year. We were very, very close friends. I mean, childhood friends. Like a bond that I felt was almost unshakable. Turns out it was. And that came because of my sort of inept, unattentive behavior. And I guess it was that moment. I can't say that that specific thing inspired it. My sort of change. My rehabilitation, if you will, but because when it happened, I pretty much immediately decided that none of it was my fault, and I dodged all the blame. Vocally, I expressed an a acknowledgement of what I had done when it was very, very bluntly put to me. Because I guess it's very hard to be accused of something when you really had no idea that you were doing anything bad in the first place. And I think it takes a very strong person to immediately just kind of click and realize that, yeah, no, I am at fault. I should have done better. And I did not do that. I very much pushed all of that off and just kind of treated it in my brain as like, damn, bitches be crazy. But I mean, having talked about it with the one of the people who I got into the argument in the first place, there are a lot of very complex feelings that were a part of that even now I really struggle to understand, and I don't think have I had the capability to understand in the moment, and I don't even know if I do now, because it still very much puzzles me, things like that. And those types of things have been happening my entire life. It feels like these weird moments of overlap where I just I'm so confused and taken aback by the way the world and the people who live in it react to the what I thought was very normal and mundane as odd or like malicious. Most of the time when I'm trying to be funny or I'm trying to blend in with people, I I've been told that I've taken it too far, or I guess I don't know how to put it. One thing I've never really understood is people being mean to each other as like a joke. And I guess like placatingly, I get it. Like making fun of somebody fundamentally for a lot of people for some reason is funny. And I can piece that together. But I've never understood. In my brain, I have a very difficult time distinguishing between somebody telling me that they hate my guts and want me to die being a joke or being, like an actual threat or them trying to bully me or whatever. Like, I genuinely have a difficult time discerning that. My brain has to make, like, these split-second decisions of, like, oh, is this person actually mad at me? Is this, like, did I do something? Like, am I in the wrong? I actually found out because of my very dear friend Van Poppy, of the terminology called masking, projecting a false self to blend in with the world around you, and I have done that quite literally to the T. That is what I have done. I have made this persona, I suppose, that understands the levity in insulting someone. And it's something that, because it was very useful to blend in with other people, I sort of, it's a part of my core now. Somebody says something a little off color, I come back with a jab. Sometimes it's, I've never been good at being mean. That's another thing too. I can't find the line. There are times where I think I'm cooking up the nastiest insult, and then I pretty much tell him to go suck a lolly like a baby. And then there's other times where I guess I belittle them without really even thinking about it. Like, I just I say something that someone's told me before or something like it, and I guess I go a little too far, and I don't understand. So after I had that big confrontation with my friends, I made that Minecraft series, and it was, something I actually had a lot of fun making. I I was able to crank out. All right, between what I was just saying and now, I actually had to go get some water. I am not used to this live commentary thing, and it really does a number on your throat. So, what was I saying? I think I was talking about how fun making the original videos were. But it was fun. It was very fun making those videos with my friends. I ever since I was younger have always dreamed of being a YouTuber or an online entertainer or a streamer or something along those lines. I've always wanted to entertain people. I mean, before I knew what a YouTuber even was, one of my dreams was to be a game show host because I thought that it looked so fun to have people like to be the game master of a game. And I mean that brought me to so many things. I mean, like I've done Dungeons and Dragons. I tried DMing a game. I had a panic attack. It was awful, but it was fun from from the actual stuff that I got to play. It was very good. But something about those Minecraft videos always sticks out in my memory, and even though it's been a year, I keep coming back to them, and I keep watching them and thinking about how I could do something better, how or how much my humor has grown, or how immature a joke was, or thinking about, continuing the series. That has been something that I have thought about quite a bit. And I know that no one I know no one cares. Honestly, this whole premise, me being very open, talking about my lived experience, making a Minecraft commentary video, I feel like the whole thing can just be countered with a no one cares. But at the same time, I know that even if this can connect with one person and they can listen to me ramble on about hermits and uh, aromanticism, and they can go, huh, hey, that kind of reminds me of me, or hey, I also like Hermitcraft, or hey, I'm also transgender, and I like what she's putting down. And you don't even have to be like me. You can just enjoy having something in the background. I'll think that having made this video is worth it. I really liked my older videos, and I would love to do more stuff, just playing games, not having deep discussions about digging holes and uh, what love means to me, and I'd like to just play a game and have fun and be able to post that, but I don't know. I feel like I needed to post something that was reflectory of growth, because, in all honesty, 2024 was kind of one of the best years of my life. I mean, it's nothing huge. I didn't, turn my life around and become a YouTube star and start taking trips all over the world and doing some crazy shit like that, or, start a side hustle that landed me millions of dollars. No, no. I couldn't even imagine what I would do with money like that. But no, it's the reason why I think 2024 has been one of the best years of my life, is because for the first time in a really long time, I can say genuinely that I am excited to see what tomorrow holds, which is unbelievably depressing now that I say it out loud. Holy um, so yeah, even though this year has been tough for me, I mean, I sort of unearthed a lot of things I was thinking subconsciously. Uh, the whole trans thing. Ooh, woke mind virus. Ooh, I am projecting images of Blaha and other stereotype pink monster into your brain. No, coming to terms with that was a very difficult process, very challenging, and even more challenging. I decided very immediately after figuring it out, um, to tell my parents. And thankfully, so thankfully, they have been very supportive. They've been inquisitive. They've asked me a lot of questions. They've probably asked me more times than they've said "I love you." If I'm really, really sure that I am, which obviously stems from a fear of me being trans. Like, it is very obvious that they are scared for me, uh, or of me. Hopefully the former. Um, but it's kind of it's kind of nice to know that they're thinking about me so much, even if they still misgender me all the time and don't really get it. Because again, I'm pretty early on in my transition. I have been on hormones for 6 months. 6 months hormones. 6 months. Yes. Um, it was a very quick decision. I I feel like talking about this is probably important because there's a lot of people who feel the way I do, and I don't want to kind of skip over it, despite it being a very personal thing. And I don't know if I'm gonna ever post this video. I just kind of needed to talk about it, and I thought that video format would be nice. Everyone's journey is different, and it feels so weird to say that because I feel like I have no place talking about journeys. I have not been on a journey. Uh, I have nay been on an adventure. I have barely been on an outing compared to some other people who are in this life. But I mean, comparison is the devil. You're never gonna you're never gonna get anywhere if you compare everything you do to someone else, you know? There is no concept of if I'm trans enough or if I'm good enough. You know, you feel things instinctively. You are the way you are because of lived experience or genetics, you know. For me, coming to terms with being trans and everything that came with that was pretty much an overnight realization. Uh, you know the saying Rome wasn't built in a day. That's true, but me discovering that I'm a woman was found out in a night. that's that's not entirely true, but that is practically how it went down. Um, a very funny story to me was practically I was just, well, laying in bed. I had just watched a video um, for like the bajillionth time of a trans woman talking about her trans experience and me going, damn, that's awesome. So good for her. You know, like a totally straight person would. Um, um, and by the way, yes, you can watch trans media or media that's like that's made intended to be viewed by trans people as a uh, like a why can I not think of words as a cisgendered person? And I said straight earlier, but I meant to say cisgendered. Um, you can watch media for queer people as a cisgender person and still be cisgender. It's just a very stereotypical thing. It's like the still straight though thing. It's like yeah, I'd fuck a guy, says a guy, still straight though. It's like that. I don't know why I'm explaining myself. You get it. You understand. I'd imagine if you're still watching this, you're an adult. You can piece things together. You understand. But yeah, what I was saying before, being trans was something that I kind of just so after very manly watching one of those I remember laying in bed and it was something in the video, and God, I wish I could remember which video because I'm sure that a lot of curious people who haven't figured it out or are trying to figure out what their gender identity is would love to know what video made me go from yeah, I'm very confident in my sexuality to oh no, I'm a woman. But it was literally like a light switch. Like I remember laying in bed, looking up at my ceiling, and just thinking, and I was like, why do I feel this way? Why is it that I have been so unhappy given the circumstances for so long? And I know that I'm unhappy for, specific reasons. Like I can piece together that anxiety and my sort of like voluntary seclusion during COVID and even before COVID, I guess the pandemic. You weren't really supposed to say the C word. And I remember thinking back then, I was thinking, like, well, maybe I'm just really gay. Maybe I'm not trans. Maybe I'm just really gay, and I have a great appreciation of women's clothing, and I want to express myself more femininely. And I'm like, yeah, expressing myself more femininely sounds like a pretty good deal. Honestly, that sounds like a really great deal. I'd love to express myself more femininely, and then I was thinking, well, what are the limits of how I can express myself femininely? What could I do? And then I was like, I could dress up in more androgynous clothing. I could pick I could like go out and make new outfits that are more me and less so what I've just kind of been groomed into dressing in, like what was chosen out by family, and I guess like a status quo type stuff. And I was like, yeah, that seems great. I'd love to do that. I'd love to make my own like outfits and to dress up nice. And then I was thinking like, well, what about like my body? Like what is something about my body that I don't like? And I'm like, I'm a pretty tall person. I have a relatively wider frame. And over the years I have somewhat let myself go and I was overweight at the time. Now, I'm doing pretty good, actually. Thanks for asking. But yeah, no, in the last year, I think I've lost 50 pounds, which I'm happy about. Hey, I'll take it, you know? Lost weight is lost weight. It's not a crazy journey, but you know, I'm proud of it. And I was like, and I was thinking, but for the body thing, I was like, I want to be like, I don't want these wide shoulders. I don't want to be 6'2". I don't want to this. And I kept thinking about these like different ways that I wanted to express myself, how I wanted to change myself, things I could do to be bigger in my skin, using that video of made for trans women as like my catalyst. It's a video that's all about self-expression, about telling you that it's okay to be yourself. And then it just, you know, it clicked. I was like, oh, I want all these things because I'm a woman. That makes so much sense. Because being an effeminate man never sounded right. It was the man part. That was the issue. I am a woman. So I wasn't content with being a man. Obviously. Alright, swapping spots for a little bit, getting a little tired of digging up there. So it became pretty obvious to me what I wanted in that moment. And I mean, of course, it wasn't just that I decided that being trans would be cool, so then I did it. It was me looking objectively at so many suppressed memories and just things that I wanted and never really felt comfortable to express, and then coming to that realization. A very hard thing to do. But I mean, yeah, there are a lot of people who realize that they are trans when they're 3. Me, I was too busy. I was trying to make the next Picasso. That's not right. I was watching Cars over and over again. Yeah, no, I had like a car fixation and then like a train fixation. Neurodivergent, by the way. Yeah, no, I didn't think about being a woman when I was younger because that's stupid. I don't give a fuck. I want to see Lightning McQueen win the Piston Cup for the 48th time. Thank you very much. But I mean, that just comes with the territory, you know. The experiences are all going to be different. I I have become extremely aware of that. My life and the things that I live, I hope that one day I can inspire people and give motivation in ways that others have motivated me. I mean, it's 2025 now. It's New Year's Day as I'm recording this. I just got done playing like 6 hours of Fortnite for a New Year's stream. Am ill, by the way, again. Toughing it out, and now I'm deciding to tough it out again for Minecraft. So, God, I really should sleep. I feel awful now. COVID, uh, whatever. Sorry, the infection. Whatever variant it's on, it is very mild. I feel compared to whatever came before it because it is not kicking my ass nearly as hard as I thought it would. But I cannot deny that I am very tired and very tired and exhausted is what I was gonna say, but tired. I may go back to some of that old footage of the Minecraft world. and try to make videos of that. I feel like that might be fun. Maybe some videos with those clips intermittently cut in with me doing some rambling or something, because I hate to say it, but the rambling is incredibly fun. I get why so many YouTubers do this commentary stuff, talking to yourself for like an hour. This is fantastic. One of the things that scares me about this, that makes making this video so difficult, is definitely the fact that once you put something on the internet, it is never going to go away. And I guess this video is kind of the first time that I'm admitting in any way, beyond changing a bio on Twitter or something, where I'm saying that I'm trans. And in a way, that is kind of terrifying. Because I know that there are people out there, crazy, crazy people, or misinformed, I guess, that is, I'm very scared to post anything about it, because it's kind of like once you post about it, it becomes true. Once you make it known to the world, you can't make it unknown. And it's not that I would ever take it back. Like, I'm not steadfast in my choice. Less so choice. Well, choice to express it. Wasn't a choice to feel this way, but it's my choice to express it. As horrible as that is, that anyone has to be put in a situation where they have to make a choice to be their true selves, to either live comfortably or live happily. Oh, that's depressing. I don't like thinking about that, but because if I put it in a video, if I introduce myself with she her, just make it very obvious that I'm a trans woman, it's weird, because it feels like I am inviting negativity, which is so weird to think about. Like, being myself is a reason for someone to hate me, which God, I don't even know if I should be talking about this for a video, but it comes with the territory. We're deep thoughts in deep holes. Deep thoughts in deeper holes. Yeah, that's what we're doing. I was contemplating ways of coming out through YouTube, because YouTube is something that I want to do no matter what. I want to do it passively. I have so many ideas that I have been working up the courage to work on and post. And I mean, at some point, I've gotta say something, right? Like, I'm not going to keep making videos under the guise of being a man. I feel like it's just ridiculous. Specifically for me, it just wouldn't work. It wouldn't be comfortable. I wouldn't feel comfortable, and I'd rather take the harassment than have to put up with any of that. That sounds awful. I can acknowledge that it's better this way, while also being scared of taking that step. I wish I had a sponge. I really wish I had a sponge. Holy moly. Okay. Let's go find a sponge. But yeah, that actually plays into why I haven't been making YouTube content. I mean, for half the year, it was purely just a perfectionist mindset, and I sort of focused all of my brain into trying to make my life better. And fortunately, I have in a lot of ways. But at the same time, I still wanted to make YouTube content. I want to make videos. I think that making videos is a passion of mine. I want to incorporate all of my artistry, everything that I've been building up, and put it into YouTube content. I think that I don't know if specifically gameplay videos or live commentary is really where I want to go. It's just kind of, easy. It, it's just kind of like yeah, I can turn Minecraft on and start talking about how sad I am for freaking 2 hours. Yeah, no, that's easy peasy. But I mean, yeah. Oh no. Oh god. Oh no, Zach's gonna be devastated. No. Oh no. Oh god. Okay. So, whoops. I know I'm in the middle of like talking and stuff, but Zach's gonna be devastated. This is what Zach's base. It's based off of uh Attack on Titan, or it was, but I think the third wall has fallen. There was a horse in here named John or Gene or whatever that guy's name is. There was a bunch of armor stands all around here that were like a bunch of iconic moments from the show. Oh, they got wiped when I ported the world over to Java. Oh, that's so sad. Yeah. Oh, man. He's not going to be happy about that. But I was not, or rather, I was sort of scared to make more content, especially because I was very self conscious. I was thinking that for I to come back to YouTube, what I'd do was that I would go through intensive voice training. I would wait till I've been on HRT for like 2 years. I'd wait till I was passing in every regard, and then I'd come back and I'd keep making shitty Minecraft videos. And then, I thought about it, and I'm like, that's stupid. That is a stupid thing to do. I have always been a perfectionist, but that has to take the cake to be one of the, like, dumbest things I've ever, like, thought. It. Like, I was just going to make content without ever addressing the fact that I was trans. It was just going to be a simple fact about me, unrelated to the content, and I think honestly going forward it will be. But I I don't know. Specifically now, it felt important to bring up because I I mean, I don't sound like a woman now currently. I mean, I have been working on voice training, and I do have a girl voice that I will not show because I am very self conscious about it. We are working on it. We will get there. But yeah, for a while there, I was sort of gatekeeping making YouTube videos because I thought that people were going to make fun of me. And, it kind of dawned on me people are going to make fun of me either way. And I don't know how I feel about that. I don't have thick skin. Honestly, I'd say that my skin, it is one of the thinnest things on my body. Um, Wet sponge, let's go. I knew it was somewhere. God, I'm so smart. Yes, we did all that work for 7 wet sponges. 6 wet sponges. Furnace. Boom, boom. I am a perfectionist. I make art, also follow me on Blue Sky or Twitter or Instagram, by the way. And one thing I regularly do is just sort of downplay my own artwork. And I rarely ever post anything, or I used to rarely ever post anything because I never thought anything was worth posting. Now I try to post anything I can. Sketches, things that I consider completed pieces but don't think are good enough to call completed pieces, I post those. I have been working on things that normally I wouldn't even dare work on because I just don't think I'm capable, but now I have found confidence to do those things. For a very long time, my brain worked off of the belief that quality is 90% of the artistic process, and 10%, the other 10% is quantity. Like, when you are working for results in art, 90% focus on quality, 10% focus on quantity. Did I say that? I'm so tired. But I'm starting to realize now that it's less so quality over quantity and more so a balancing act. My meaning is that nobody gets it right on their first try. The only way to improve quality is by improving quantity first. And that is something that I have. And the way that I've started to address my art process has helped so much. I'm making art that would have taken me, 8 hours to do because I'd keep overanalyzing everything and redoing, and now I'm, getting those pieces done in 2 hours. And they aren't perfect, but I'm learning more faster. So I just applied that mentality to what I thought about content creation and how I was nervous to express myself fully and scared to see how people would react, especially the Minecraft community, which is half amazing, smart, intelligent, understanding people, and the other half, sniveling goblin children who haven't seen the light of day and are sustained solely through the the beams from their mother's iPad. And children are cruel, and I am a weak little baby. I don't even know what I'm saying. I've always wanted to do better. I mean, you can see it even in my shitty Minecraft videos from a year ago. I constantly wanted to outdo the last video in either terms of editing, or making a better intro, or doing funnier references. And you can also see the point where I just started, losing time, losing effort, losing the passion, and the editing got a little more, I guess, like, non-existent is a good way of putting it. But I always want to do better. I'm a perfectionist, and I always want the quality to go up with every piece I make. But that's kind of the thing about art. That's the thing about content creation. That's the thing about everything, is that progress is never linear like that. You don't do something once and then immediately grow from it. Growth is in repetition. Growth is in accepting the flaw in something and working on bettering it. And I mean minuscule. I mean meaningful growth. The growth that is gotten from one attempt is minuscule. It builds up towards being meaningful the more you do it. Not dissimilar to how when you're building a giant Minecraft build or digging a deep hole, you sort of naturally want to tackle it in parts because, again, digging a big hole takes a lot of time. I could, in a perfect world, plop down a haste beacon and prep my inventory to clear this whole area down to bedrock, make it a fancy smancy YouTube video, post it, call it something like digging 20 times 20 chunks in one sitting, blah blah blah, or like digging a billion blocks in Minecraft in one sitting, blah, blah. But I mean, that is a pure example of specifically quality over quantity. It's a, yes, it's a cool idea, but at the same time, I don't think you could meet, I don't think there are many people, and I'm definitely not one of them, who has that kind of endurance or motivation at the time. You know, maybe catch me a couple 100,000 subscribers, maybe I'll start trying to pull off stunts like that. But you know, I build up your repertoire, build build up a portfolio before you start tackling giant projects like that. You can work on the big stuff. Just try to break it down to digestible, more beginner friendly parts. The masters weren't born that way. They worked hard. It's starting to get really late, and I am quite tired, so I guess we're gonna cap that off here. Sorry I didn't have any super meaningful thing to finish it off on, but I'm sure that at some point I'll come back to this world and I'll make a video with a really cool big project, or I'll finish my base or something. But for the time being, I hope you found some comfort or enjoyment in me just kind of talking while digging a hole. I know I did. I had a great time. Maybe next time, try and make it a little less personal and more personable. Alright. Yeah, thanks for watching.